Come on. Right?
Yes,
Yes,
Ravi.
Ravi.
Yeah, so today we are going to see what is that Spring Security using ORM, right? Spring Security using ORM. This application I'm going to implement based on that multiple stages, guys. Okay, multiple stages. Okay, I will take this application in the multiple stages. But what implementation will be now? What how we can implement? How many technology we will use? Means how many modules, Spring Boot modules we will use? What things we will use? Let's see that, right? Let's see that. So today our discussion is what? Spring Boot security using what is that? Spring Boot
ORM.
security Spring Security using what? Using ORM, right? Using ORM. So I'm gonna implement this application using what is that? What is that? Spring Boot, Spring Boot plus Spring Security, Spring Security plus data, data JPA, data JPA plus I will use MySQL database uh, for what is that? Form 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 based, right? This application will be form based application, and the form I will use what is that? Theme leaf.
English.
Theme leaf, right? THYML, spelling is wrong. MEL, right? MELEF, right?
F.
EEAF, right? Leaf, LEAF, right? Correct. Leaf UI, right? These things I'm gonna to use in this application now, guys. Okay, so theme leaf, right? Already I taught in the Spring MVC, right? MySQL database we used, right? And a database data JPA also in the Spring Boot when I was started I took. Come on people.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I hope people are remember the data JPA properties, right? Come on friends.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah, so the in Spring Security last session knowledge also required, friends, right? Last session knowledge also required. So in I divided this Spring Security application is multiple stages, right? We will develop in the different stages. When in which stage what we will implement, we will understand, because directly if I implement, then it will become what? Problem for you people, right? Some people will understand, some people will not understand, right? So but this is not correct way. If just if I'm going in my way only and just people are there in the session and the people is not understanding the things, then after ending what is the use, friends? No, na.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah.
No use.
Right? So because of that I divided this Spring Security ORM in the multiple stages. Okay, in the first stage what we will do it now. In first stage what we will do it now, we will use user registration, register process we will do, right? User register
Yes,
process.
Ravi.
Okay.
Right? User register process, I'll tell everything will be there on the front of you people as a diagrammatically only. Everyone will understand everything, friend. Don't think about that, right? Ravi said right in last session, but still I will cover those things. Okay, I know that because multiple, some people are family member people like Sudhir. Right? Some people are like me only, okay, who won't have other work, like that person can do only office work as well as every weekend. and the person is taking the session, right? Some people is struggling in their life in our session, like the people are there, right? So I need to take care everyone na? Enjoy the session, friends, right? It's not meaning that if we are learning, you see, whatever things, right, in the life, right, whatever easiest thing means what we can say, like if any work you are doing, right, in like that work is easy, like in the Hindi, just if anybody know that Hindi, right, जो भी काम करने में मजा आता है, जो इजी काम होता है करने में मजा आता है, ठीक है, दैट वर्क विल नॉट गिव यू द गुड लाइफ. Whatever task is critical, whenever we are doing any task, at if the task is like by doing that, hey, what kind of task this is, right, if we are capable to do this kind of task, right, that task will give us what very good life. Means what, पढ़ना किसी को अच्छा नहीं लगता है, right? No one want to study, but if study only is there, who can make the person is a very just the person life can make brighter, only study things, right? So same like, so include yourself, right, in the session, guys, okay, involve yourself in the session, right? And talk with me, right? I am also like you people human only. So the thing is, until unless if you guys are not interacting with me, how I know that where you guys are stucking, what is the problem is going on, why you guys are like not opening yourself, right? So these things also matter. If you guys are deploying the project, right, so everyday synchronous scrum call and all those things is there. After then you guys need what is that to interact with what client also, right? So remove these things, right? No one perfect on this earth, right? And even no one is better than you on this earth. Keep these things in your brain, right? Now, okay, so now let's in any situation, friend, right, circumstances is very bad or very good, love yourself, that's it, right? Yeah, I'm the best. Okay, so leave it all those things, guys. Okay, for the motivation purpose, just I given to you people. Okay, so here what is that user stage processing, right? First stage, in the first stage, what we will do that user registration process we will implement in our Spring Security. Stage 2 will come, right? Then in the stage 2, what we will do it now, we will implement what is that user login. And what we will do it now, that user login we will encrypt in the unreadable format. That data we will do in as a what is that unreadable format, right? Yeah, unreadable format. So user login and what user login and password encoder. We will use what is that whenever our user will log in, and that data, right, that password must encode in the unreadable format. That programming we will do, right? After then, in the stage third, in the stage third, what we will do it now, what we will implement, friends, we will implement what is that custom login page. Custom login page. Custom login page, do you know the last time in memory as well as in the JDBC, whenever we are logging, Spring framework is the giving us na login form page. Come on, friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ravi.
No, at that time, what we will do it now, our own page we will design, right? Our own page we will design.
This
And
time we will,
sorry,
this time we will design.
yeah, in this application we will
Last
design.
time,
Last time we are
last time.
using already predefined page was there, right? That page is given Spring Security.
Yes, Ravi.
Now we will design that page. Our page also be having like same that page only, right? So we will design that page, right? After then what? Stage 4, right? Stage 4. In stage 4, what we will do it now? We will manage the session, right? Session management.
Okay.
We will maintain the session management. Then this custom login page will work. Then this custom login page will work, right? After then what is that? In stage 5th, right? In stage 5th, what we will do it now? What we will do it now? We will implement what is the CSRF token view. Okay, these 5 stages we will this Spring Security ORM we will implement in the 5 stages, guys. Okay, 5 stages. So let's start our what is that first stage now. So everyone is ready for implementing first stage, friends?
Yes, Ravi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, be active yourself, guys. Okay, if you guys are active now, I will make too much interactive session, right? Too much interactive session. So little bit actually, you know, I'm there in the why I'm speaking not louder. Actually, this is the sharing room, right? Where I'm taking the where I took the PG, right? We are 2 member are there in that. So he's sleeping. That's why I'm not. I'm speaking little bit slowly, right? So but the thing is, don't worry, right?
Okay, Ravi.
I will still make the like, because of me other also not disturbed na. So he's an I, right, he did some he's also came from the office, I think he's sleeping now. So at the sleeping time, if you speak anyone disturb, right,
Yeah. Okay.
it's
Yeah.
so
Okay, Ravi. Your voice is clear. Yes, fine.
yeah. So now let's implement, right? Let's implement what is that user registration process, right? Let's implement what is that user registration process in first stage, right? Stage first, right? Stage, what is that? Stage first. What we are going to do now? What we are going to do now? We are going to what is that? Implement what is a user user register process. User register process, right? User register process. So let's first understand what is the user register process. So in this, what is that? In this process, we need what is that? We need to what? We need to define we need to define one, what is that? One user register form. User register form. User register form, right? User register form on in for what is that? For what is that? For entering what is it? Entering what is that? Entering details. These are what is that? These are what is that? These are must, right? Must be stored in database. These details will store in what? Database. After then what we will do it now? Second stage we will implement now. So password must, what is that? Must be converted in un unreadable form, right? Unreadable format, right? So now let's understand these things as a what? Diagrammatically, friends, right? Based on that diagram only, what we will do it now? We will implement that application, right? So everyone ready, right? Everyone is ready to see the diagram, friends?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, friends. Now, so what we will design one form, right? We will design one form. Okay. In this form, we have what is that multiple details. What details will be? Name will be there. Name will be there. Email, email, email will be there. Email will be there. And what is that? Password. Password will be there. After then, what is that? Roles will be there, right? Roles Roles will be there, right? Roles will be there. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute. Mm, let's first take these things, then we will do. Name. Name will be there. After then, what is that? Email. Email will be there. Password. Password will be there. And what is that? Roles will be there. Roles will be there, right? Roles will be as a, what is that? Admin. Admin. And what is that? What we took last time? Employee, right? Employee we took employee only, right? Let's take in this time manager.
Yes.
Manager, right? Manager. These two roles will be there, right? After then what? After then what? We have what is that? One register button. Register button. Okay, fine. We will design this form now. Now here one box, here one box, and here one box, right? Here one box will be there. Here what is that? We will take two check boxes. We will take two check boxes, right? Okay, good. So fine. Now after then what is that? This is the form now, guys. Okay, based on these input, what we will do it now? What we will do it now? We will develop one entity class. Entity class is nothing but what is that? Model class, friends, right? Model class. Okay, model class. So just I'm taking that model class, right? So here what I'm taking, the model class name is, what is that? Com dot rk dot model, right? In that we will take the class name as a, what is that? User. Class name as a what? User. After then what? id will be id will be there, right? That is, that id will generate our ORM framework will generate, right? So integer, right? Another things was, another will be, what is that? Name is there na? Come on, this name will be there. So this name, so what is the name variable? We will take user. Let's take user name. This user name will be in a string format, right? After then what? After then we have, what is that? Another email, right? Email. So let's take, what is that? User mail. User mail. This one also as a, what is that? String format, right? After then what? Next will be password, right? Next will be password. So now user pwd I'm taking, right? This one also as the string only, right? String only. Now here, see this. Now here the different things will be there. Roles are there, right? So roles can take end user. One person can take, what is the two roles also, right? A two page also can access, right? Admin and a manager also. Then this one will become, what is that? We can take array or we can take list, right?
Yes,
Come on,
Ravikant.
because this is the checkbox,
Yeah, anything.
right? So what we will take it now? Roles as a, what is that? We will take as a, what is that? List of
Yes,
list of string, right? List of string. Okay, good. So this one will be our what? Entity class. Okay, this one will be our what? Entity class. This one will be our entity class. Fine. Now, okay, but in the database, we will store this entity class, right? This entity class is nothing but model class in the database, right? Come on,
Yes, Ravi.
right?
Yeah.
In the database, right? So what we will do it now in the database, right? In the database, we will store that data, right? That data, whatever data will come from what? Whatever data will come from UI page, right? So this is our database, right? This is our what? Database. In the database, what is that? Two table will generate, right? Two table will generate. What is that? What is the table name? First table, right? In the first table, what is that? Primitive data will store. Primitive data will store in the first table, and the roles kind of things means list of data will store in the different database, right? Different database. So now just see this. This is the one database. This database table. This table name will be user underscore tabs, right? Tab. Okay, let's take users. Let's take users because plural will come, right? Multiple user can be, right? So users table will be there. Inside that, what is that? Inside that, this ID will be auto generated now. One ID will be there. After then what? Another one is what? Another one name we will take, right? Because this username we will store, right? This username will store. After then what is that? String user mail
User.
is there, right? you
Yes, Ravi.
mail will be there. After then what? After then what? upwd,
Password.
right? Password will be there, right? These things will store in the database, right? Okay, good. In the one table, right? User table. In the user table, what? This data will store. This data will store. Same like what? Rows kind of things we will store in the different table. Different table. And what is that? What we will give the table name? Roles underscore tab, right? Roles underscore tab. Okay, good. So here what is that? We will map this ID, right? We will map this ID with what is that? This table, right? This table. So here what? One is the ID will be there, and what is that? Another role will be there.
Role.
Role. Role, right? Role will be there. Another one is what? Role will be there. So just example, for example sake, I'm giving clarity, right? I'm giving clarity here, friends, right? For the example purpose, I'm giving one clarity. Just assume that, right? Just assume that. Just I'm giving what is that? Let's see this here, right? Just here what I'm giving the Sandeep, right? Here I'm giving the name as a what is that? Sandeep, right? Sandeep. Okay. Sandeep, and email ID I'm giving yes at the rate gmail.com, right? Yes at the rate gmail.com. After then password, right? Password something I'm giving, right? Password something just I'm giving, right? This is the password. And what I'm going to give now? I'm going to give what is that? Multiple. I'm going to give what is that? Multiple roles, right? To this person. I'm giving what is that? Multiple roles to this person, right? Okay, multiple roles I'm giving to this person, right? So means Sandeep having what is that? Admin authority roles, and what is that? Manager roles also. So how this data will store in this database? How the data will store in this database? Just see this, right? So here what is that? Here what? 101. Just assume that ID will generate our what is that? Our Hibernate ORM framework only, right? So name will store what is
Yeah.
that? Sandeep.
Only.
Sandeep, right? User mail will come at the rate, yes, at the rate, what is that? gmail.com.
Gmail.
Gmail.com, right? Here, what is that? Gmail.com. And password, what is that? Whatever password we will give, that password come and store in the encrypted format, like something at the rate dum something ddd, something like that. Unreadable format. In the unreadable format, data will store in the database, right? Come on,
Yeah.
people are
Yes,
getting
Ravi.
my point, what I'm saying now?
Yes,
Yeah.
Ravi.
Yeah. So now in the second table, what will happen? Because we selected two rows for the Sandeep only, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So here what will happen now? Here 101 and 101, right?
101.
Two, two,
Yes, Ravi.
two, two ID will generate. One for what is that? Admin, and what is that?
One
Another
for
one is
Manager.
manager, right? So
yes,
this, yeah, so these id will map, right? These id will map.
ma'am. Yes, Ravi.
Got it my point, friends?
Yes, Ravi.
Hmm? Come on.
Yes, Ravi, got it.
Yes, Ravi is clear.
Yeah, so now everyone is ready to develop this application. Shall we develop it now?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's start. So here what I'm going to do now, file, new, take spring starter project, right? Take spring starter project. So here what I'm going to do now, here what I'm going to do now, here I'm going to take name. What name? Let's decide. Spring security ORM only, right? Spring ORM, right? ORM. Okay, good. Copy this one and paste it here, right? Description just I'm giving. Okay, so next, here what, how many um dependency we will take? First we will take, what is that? Web dependency. Spring web dependency, right? Spring web dependency. Another dependency we need what? Another dependency we need theme leaf, right?
Yes, Ravi. That too also.
What is that? THYM, right? Yeah, theme leaf. Okay, another dependency we need what? Another dependency we need, let's take dev dependency also, right? Spring boot dev dependency also I'm taking, right? After then what? Lombok, to generate setter getter method, right? Lombok I'm taking. Okay, after then what is that? Spring security. Hey, where that spring? Okay, what is that?
Already there above checkbox,
Yeah,
please.
that is there, but you know the thing is, see, yes, 1 minute. Spring,
SEC.
yeah.
Earlier it gave R.
No, I thought that yesterday, last week only we took, I think they removed in this version also. I'm thinking that one only, right? Because of that, I just, okay. So Spring security I took, right? Another one is what we will take it now, data JPA, data JPA. Another dependency we take, what is that? We will take, what is that? MySQL, MySQL driver, right? These many dependency we will take, friends. Okay, because this application is going what, to become one mini project also, one
Yes,
mini project also, right? So because all concept, whatever till now we learn in Spring microservices, we will implement every concept in application, right? In this application, because this application is going to become, what is that? Our microservices
yes, Ravi.
conclusion, right? So that's why I'm going to implement based on that layer security. Every concept will come here, right? Whatever from last 2 to 3 months onward, whatever things we are learning, everything I'm going to implement in this project. That's why I'm telling, right? Do practical from here onward, right?
Yes,
So
Ravi.
next finish.